Welcome to the Four Listeners Program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear, and on the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
Yo, my mom, she gave me $1 to go and buy a collar. But I ain't buy no collar. Instead, I bought some bubblegum. Bazooka, bubblegum.
Wow. Okay. On the other, what is it? Wait, what mom gave your mom gave you $1? Never mind. I don't even. I'm not digging in. And on the other mic,
What did your mom give you?
I don't know. What did she give you?
Oh,
there you go. On the other mic is the mighty Ganthor. What is up, Ganthor?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm fucking tired, man.
Why are you so tired?
I'm tired. I have people at work who are trying my patience.
your vagueness is making this hard to empathize with you.
I know. Suffice it to say that people piss me off.
All right. It is sufficed.
Thank you.
I sympathize with you, buddy.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate it. What do we got on tap this week there, Ganthor?
Something must be done about gum. Not just gum, bubble gum.
What's wrong with bubble
Bazooka, bubblegum?
No, not, but that stuff's nasty. But yeah, generally bubble gum.
What's wrong with bubble gum?
You can't buy it anywhere anymore. That's what's wrong with it.
It's because it's disgusting. Even I don't eat that, and I'm a fucking candy addict.
Nobody eats it. You chew it.
I don't chew it.
You don't chew bubble gum? You
No,
think
I
it's
hate
disgusting? Really?
Yeah, because you always look. Everyone looks like a cow. Even if you got your mouth shut, it still look like you're a cow.
So what? I mean, I don't care what I look like chewing bubble gum. It's good. It's a good low-calorie way to get some stress out, I think.
I like rubbing one out to get the stress out, and I think you burn calories there.
You do that at work?
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to rub one out.
Yeah,
at work.
exactly. You know what you are allowed to do at work? Chew gum.
Mm.
But why bubble gum specifically, Ganthor? I mean, you could chew any gum at work to relieve stress. Why bubble gum?
Because bubble gum is the best gum that's designed specifically for chewing and blowing bubbles. The only gum that they do happen to sell is that stupid, terrible, sugar-free Trident, Dentine, Orbit, Eclipse type of shit that, 1, tastes terrible, 2, doesn't last, and 3, makes you sick because of all the phenylketonuria.
Ooh.
Well, that's
I don't know
big,
that I pronounced that right, but
that was a big word, though.
Yeah. Man, we give you points for trying the big word, man. I will agree with you that bubble gum is different than, say, a chewing gum, like any of those Dentine Ice type of deals where you have to pop them out of the little blister pack, right? You can't blow bubbles with any of that stuff. Or you could try, but it's not nearly as satisfying.
You're right. It's. I mean, I'm sure if you ate 20 pieces, you might have enough to be able to do it, but.
Right, but you can't do that with that kind of gum. Bubble gum, like a good old piece of bubble yum or a Hubba Bubba or a double bubble. That was a shit for blowing big bubbles that would just like pop, and then you would get the gum like you would get the bubbles that are big enough that like the gum would end up like over your eyebrows. Did you ever blow a bubble that big when you were a kid?
No, but I've blown something else that ends up over your eyebrows.
See, there was no way to go down that road without that joke. In my mind, I had revamped what I was going to say like 6 times before I said what I said, and it's like you see that coming at you. It's like a train coming at you at full speed, and you can't get out of the way. You're just going to get run over by it.
That's true.
Because you are an asshole.
That is also true. So I went through a whole container of bubble tape after lunch this afternoon.
All 6 feet?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's still 6 feet, but whatever the container is, I went through it all.
In one afternoon?
Yeah.
Did you do it all at one time? Where you?
No, that would be disgusting.
Well, because that's what you would used to do when you were a kid, right? You just kept popping pieces of gum into your mouth.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to do that because you end up diluting it.
I put the whole thing in my mouth before.
So did your mom.
That's amateur. You can't. You got to leave that one to innuendo.
But I made it in an amateurish fashion.
Yeah.
Like your
mom. The problem is we can't really tell with you whether you're being.
Anyway, I hate you. I hate you so much, so much. How did you go about eating or chewing a whole roll?
I spit it all out,
bit by bit.
It's just a stress relief thing. Yeah.
Do you find that you chew gum often?
No, I just started relatively recently. as a way to relieve stress, I think, and to stop snacking. Kind of the mindless stress snacking, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I was at Wawa the other night. I was buying something off Craigslist, so I had to get some cash. And while I was there, I was browsing their gum section, which I was doing, and I came across this stuff in that picture I sent you guys, High Chew, which, does that have the shape of Hubba Bubba?
It does. It's got that kind of long, rectangular shape to it. Looks like it would be a gum.
It was in the gum section next to all the other gum.
Yep.
It was dense like bubble gum. It's not bubble gum.
It kind of looks like it might be like Mamba. You guys ever have Mamba?
I don't know what that is.
It's more of a taffy.
It's similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, on the label it says chewy candy.
Yeah, that doesn't indicate gum.
High chew, come on. They're very gum-like terms, okay? They're very gum-like terms.
Put it in your mouth.
In the gum section, I was super excited that I found a gum that I'd never had before, so I bought 3 packs of them. And I got a piece in my mouth, and I'm like, this isn't gum.
Well, is it still? I mean, I know
it was good. I ate all 3 packs, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It wasn't what you were expecting, but it was pretty good still.
Yeah, it was good.
But
I don't know that I would buy it again
because you were hoodwinked.
I was very clearly tricked into thinking that this was gum. The shape of the packaging, the wording on the pack, everything screams gum, and it wasn't gum.
That is false advertising, sir.
Yeah. I was very disillusioned and disappointed because that's all I really wanted was some gum.
Just give the man a piece of gum for all that is holy in this world. You know what the reverse of that the High Chew thing is? Was it Razzle?
I had Razzles today.
Yes.
It's Razzle's one of those things that you think is a good idea, and then you put it in your mouth, and it's the worst.
Well, because this is a thing that looks like a candy.
Well, it's supposed to be both. That's the whole point of a Razzle. It is candy that turns into gum, but neither parts of that are good.
Right. It tries to do 2 things, but doesn't do any of them well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Razzle is a powdered substance that they compress into a disc. The disc is hard and flavorless, and you chew it, and it turns into a weird kind of like curd that then becomes chewier and becomes more like gum, and it loses its flavor in about 7 seconds.
None of this sounds at all good.
Which is, again, every now and then I try Razzles again because, maybe they got better, but they didn't.
Nope.
So these Razzles that I got today were fizzy Razzles. And so half of the disc was green and half of the disc was purple. And the green part kind of fizzed in your mouth a little bit, kind of like, did you ever have Zots?
No.
Zot is a hard candy with a fizzy middle. And you, like, once you suck on it, and it's like a lozenge, and we suck on it, and once you crack into the middle and your, like, saliva mixes with the stuff, it turns into like a foam.
Yeah, it's got the CO2 in there.
I don't know if it's CO2, but yeah, it's not like Pop Rocks, like Pop Fizzy. It's more like kind of like feels like baking soda or looks like baking soda. I've never actually eaten baking soda. I was going to ask, when was the last time you guys had some what's that shit? Big League Chew.
Big League Chew.
Big League Chew. That's the stuff that's like, oh, baseball guys can't dip anymore in the dugout. They're going to put in a big old wad of shredded gum.
Right.
How did that candy survive and candy cigarettes got killed?
Candy cigarettes, candy cigars, like the bubblegum cigars.
The bubblegum cigars that you used to give out, when you had a baby.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of shit that they don't make anymore that's bubblegum related.
No, you could get it. It's just, most retailers aren't going to sell it. Yeah.
But you got to go to like these specialty stores, where they sell kind of these ancient candies. In fact, there's a website like Old Time Candy or something like that, and you go and you can look up all the bubblegum, and it's all the bubblegum you remember. And it's like, do you remember like the fortune cookie bubblegum?
No.
Do you remember any of this?
That sounds terrible.
It was pretty terrible gum, but every one of them came with a fortune.
Were they any good?
No,
the
of
fortunes?
course not. Well, none of the fortunes are good. Even in fortune cookies, none of the fortunes are good. But you got fortunes with all of them. And then there was Bazooka Joe, like the bazooka bubble gum.
Yeah.
They used to come with the
That
comics.
stuff's horrible. That stuff's rock solid.
No doubt. But
You break teeth chewing that.
But do you remember how much you could get it for?
Oh, a nickel.
A nickel. Every piece of bazooka gum was a nickel. And I remember you could get it in bubble gum, grape, and cherry.
Yo, I forgot they had those flavors. You're right.
I do not. I only ever had the pink whatever shit.
Yeah, they had grape and they had cherry. I remember when you used to go up to the corner store. You used to reach into the bucket and used to try to pull out, the flavors that you wanted. And did you guys ever collect baseball cards?
Oh my God, the sticks of gum that was in that.
Right? That was probably the worst gum ever.
Yeah. And then they put all that cornstarch in there, and it got all over your cards.
Yeah.
I love the smell of that, though.
I agree with you.
Would take me back.
Yeah, I agree with you. But it was the worst gum you've ever had in your life.
I can't remember because I didn't do baseball cards, but I remember in like the Star Wars collectible card packs, they used to have it too.
Sure, I mean any of those collector cards packs, there was usually like a stick of gum. It was terrible gum.
Yeah,
awful gum.
I mean, it was all off. Any gum that came in kids stuff, gum wasn't the primary focus, is going to be bad.
What about gum balls?
Oh, I like gum balls. Actually, that's probably what got me started on it because my wife got gum balls for the kids for Easter, and they didn't like them, so I just started eating them.
But were they gumballs that were, because there's gumballs where you bite into them and they're kind of crusty like, and then there's others
These
where.
Were very soft and chewy gumballs.
Right?
They were artisanal gumballs, I swear.
Ooh. Artisanal gumballs?
Artisanal gumballs.
Organic gumballs.
Oh, fuck that shit, Ganthor. No.
It was delicious.
No.
Were they vegan friendly?
Organic?
Probably.
Artisanal? Are you fucking serious? Da Vinci's not back there making fucking gumballs, Ganthor.
Dude, these were delicious.
No, you see, you and I can't be friends now on general fucking principle because you ate fucking artisanal, organic fucking gumballs.
Whatever. They were delicious, and I don't regret anything.
I regret nothing. I chewed the shit out of those gumballs. Do you remember like the gumballs that you used to get out of the machines at the supermarket? You used to drop a quarter in there and you used to get the gumballs out. They were awful too.
Yes, they were.
You would bite into one, and the first thing that would do is it would crack in half. like
if it didn't crack your tooth first.
Right? Yeah. And then if you managed to get it to the point where it was chewy, it would have no properties of flavor whatsoever within like 6 seconds. And let me ask you this, Ganthor. Would you let your kids eat a gumball out of a supermarket gumball dispenser today?
No, because I've seen the people who refill those things. It's gross. Would not do it. Plus, I've seen kids who stick their hands up the spout dispenser.
Right, yeah.
I've seen the things that they do with their hand. It's nasty, horrible, nasty.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Have either of you tried to get a free gumball by trying to get up there?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Ganthor says no. He says
nope.
Yes.
Have you guys ever seen the game where they have gumballs and you play baseball, kind of like it's like baseball pinball?
No.
So you put your quarter in, and a gumball comes out, and then it comes down to like a playing field, just like a pinball machine, and it's got 2 flippers. And if you can knock the gumball into like one of the holes, then in addition to the gumball you purchased, you get like an extra gumball.
How is that sanitary? Do you actually get that gumball, or does it dispense another one?
I'm not sure. I no, assuming it's one of the ones that you're playing on. I mean, the field, the play field is under glass, so it's not like you can like touch it or lick it.
But still, there's mechanics involved in some of that. Like I don't know. There are things that I did when I was a kid that I wouldn't even consider letting my kid do now. You know what I mean? And I don't know why that is.
What didn't kill you makes you stronger, though.
No,
It explains why your parents were so vehemently opposed to whatever it was that you wanted. Like getting chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I never understood why I wasn't allowed to get them. Now I do.
Because they're disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah, but your parents let you get all the gumballs you wanted. All the super bouncy balls or whatever else. Like anything that could have come out of any of those dispensers, your parents let you get them.
Usually. More often than not, there were things I couldn't eat, like the sticky, stretchy hands. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the ones where you would throw at the wall and then you would watch them kind of fall down.
Well, there are those, and then there's it was usually a hand with the long string, and you could flick it at things, and it would stick to it. Like,
oh, yeah.
Snap it back like a salamander.
Those things got so gross within like 5 minutes of playing with them.
You just had to rinse them with some soap and water.
That kind of ruined the stickiness.
Yeah.
No, it renewed it.
Reinvigorated it?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, no, I never had that. No, I just got the one that like got fuzzy.
Yeah.
You know when it gets fuzzy? You're like, what the hell is all this stuff? And then I remember I would wash it and then it wouldn't stick to anything.
Yeah.
What's your favorite gum?
See, that's a tough one because I remember as a kid at my grandparents' house, they always had a little drawer full of candy, and in one of the drawers was a pack of either Hubba Bubba or Bubble Yum, and it had a little game piece on it that ended up winning me a Battle Damage Action He-Man figure,
Wow.
which was awesome as a kid.
Yeah, it was.
You know the ones I'm talking about, right?
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's the official name, but it was He-Man and Skeletor, and they had the chest armor where you hit it and it gets damaged.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite gum, whatever that piece was.
Mine was grape bubble yum.
Ooh, grape.
Grape bubble yum was my favorite.
It's a good one. I would go
Grape
for that.
grape is one of those weird flavors that come in bubble gum and don't come in many other things, and it tastes nothing like the actual thing.
Oh yeah, purple grape is very different than grape.
Right. It's great flavor. Purple. They should just call it purple.
Yep. Yeah, but the purple bubble yum, the grape bubble yum, that was my jam.
That's good.
How about you, Z? What was your favorite?
I'm trying to think. I gotta tell you, I think they used to make a cola Hubba Bubba.
Ooh.
Yep,
That
I've
liked.
had that. I don't know if it was Hubba Bubba, but I know I've had cola gum.
Yeah, I like the cola.
If I had to pick a flavor, I'd probably pick watermelon.
Watermelon, huh?
Also, one that doesn't taste like the fruit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But and I like that they did the pink inside and the green outside on that. They did
Oh,
the
I
two
remember
colors.
that. Yeah, no, it was green outside, pink inside.
Yeah.
Because that's what a watermelon is. Green outside, pink inside.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Cool. Okay. Thanks.
So here's the interesting thing about chewing gum. One way or another, once you're done with the gum, you got to get rid of it.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes a trash can isn't always handy. What do you do?
I know what you're hinting at. I swallow gum before.
I swallow it. I'm not embarrassed. It's an old
Yeah.
wives' tale that it doesn't dissolve.
Or it doesn't grow a bubblegum tree in your stomach?
It does not grow a bubblegum tree in your stomach.
Did you ever get that bullshit from your parents?
I don't believe I have.
I got that bullshit once. It's going to grow a bubblegum tree. You can't swallow your gum. I was, what? What are you talking about?
That's not how trees work.
That's not. That's not how trees work.
That would have been a good response.
I mean, have you ever been seated and then like realized that somewhere around you was somebody who decided just to dispatch their gum either adjacent to the seat or under the seat?
I've definitely put my hand in my fair share of gum stickage.
I mean, my favorite was when we were in school. You would drop a pen or something like that, or a book, and you'd bend down to pick it up, and you look under the seat, and there would just be like a museum of previously chewed gum.
A museum?
Yeah, because I mean, there was gum there that had been stuck on the bottom of the table or the chair or whatever. It had been there for years and years and years. I mean, we're talking like, ancient gum.
Dude, I got gum stuck on my pant leg at work a couple of years ago. In the office, in a professional office building.
That's awesome. That sucks.
I'm like, what the fuck?
What are we all 12 years old?
Yeah.
Because how did that happen? Did somebody like spit their gum out and put it like on the chair?
No, somebody spit their gum out and stuck it to the underside of a table.
To the underside of a table.
The underside of a table. Yes, that's why there's no gum in schools, because that's where all the kids would put it, right?
Right, yeah.
A professional office building.
In like a conference room or something.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It was gross.
Unbelievable.
It was still soft and malleable.
That's disgusting. I mean, that's the worst. Like when you get gum stuck, like when you step in gum, and now you're kind of walking, like it's like you're trying to rub it off, but all you're doing is pushing it further into the treads of your shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then as you're walking along, you just feel it sticking to every step that you take, and it's maddening, isn't it?
Yep. Have you guys had to deal with gum in your kid's hair yet?
Wait, yes. We had to cut a chunk out.
Really? One of the girls got the gum stuck in the hair. You had to, because that's always like the kid goes to school the next day. They're like, "Oh my God, what the hell happened to you?" Because it's all lopsided and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They go, "I got gum stuck in my hair."
None of the old wives' tales work. Peanut butter, ice. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. No, you just gotta cut it.
No, you just got to nuke that thing from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. The worst that happened to me was I was in a place where I couldn't dispose of the gum anywhere. So I had taken it and I put it in a wrapper and then I put it in my pocket. And I had forgotten about it. I had forgotten about it. And when I went to wash the pair of pants that I was wearing, it went through the washer, no problem. But then in the dryer, there was gum everywhere, all over the dryer.
Really?
All over the dryer, all over the clothes. There was gum everywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, shit. When the missus sees this, I'm in trouble. Sure enough, she sees it. She's like, how are we going to get the gum? Like, there's gum everywhere. I'm like, oh, my God. So just wash all the clothes again.
Did that work?
They get the gum out, sure, but the gum in the dryer was just hardened onto like the drum of the dryer because it had dried. So there was just
shit.
You know, that gum was not coming off, and I wasn't going to go in there with like a chisel and a hammer and try to get it off. I'm like, fuck this shit. It's just going to stay there.
Why did you even consider doing that in the first place?
Well,
putting it in your pocket?
For whatever reason, I don't remember where I was or what I was doing, but I couldn't. There was no convenient place to throw it out, and I didn't want to swallow it, so I just pocketed it. I didn't want to throw it on the ground because of I didn't want somebody to step on it or what have you. I pocketed it, and it probably wasn't the smartest thing.
Sewer drain.
There were either no options or none that I had considered, and I just pocketed the damn thing. And you know what? Don't do that. That's a little tip from me to you. Fucking swallow it if you have to.
Dude, even 8-year-old me knew better than to do that.
Well, even at
How
8
old
years
were
old,
you?
you're far smarter, far more superior than I am.
How old were you?
I don't know. This is maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
So you were a grown-ass adult.
I was a grown-ass adult. That's right. A grown-ass adult put the gum in his pocket and then washed the pants with the gum in the pocket. Yes.
You're an idiot.
Yes.
You guys ever swap gum with a girl?
No.
Nope.
No, and I don't know why I reacted that way either. I mean, it's not like you're already, not swapping all kinds of other mouth germs or whatever else.
You didn't do that like when you were like making out with a girl in like high school or something?
No,
I never
can't.
made out with a girl in high school.
Oh, poor ginger giant.
I was a blonde in high school. I'm a fucking ginger.
You just gingered as you got older?
I have never gingered.
You reddened up. You have it's a little bit more reddish.
Whatever.
There's some red in your hair, Ganthor. You may not have gone full ginger, but there's a strawberry blonde thing going on there.
I don't like you right now.
Yeah. So I had never done this. You have done this, Z?
I have done this. This was like something you did like in camp. You made out with a girl in camp or something? No.
No.
All right. Just me.
Was it because her gum was better than yours?
No, it was just like a
thing you did.
It's just a thing you do.
Thing you do. I'm gonna try that now.
All right, you gonna get specs in on
yeah,
this?
I'm gonna give it a shot. Why the fuck not? Hey,
All right.
chew this gum. I'm gonna chew this gum. Let's not chew it long enough that it loses the flavor, and then we'll trade.
Or you could be like, oh, I've got spearmint. Oh, I've got, I don't know, a flavor that goes with spearmint, and then you can like swap them together, and then you can chew them together and mix it.
Well, that's what you do. Maybe you find like complementary like bubblegum flavors. Like I don't know, does watermelon go with something? Mint and watermelon goes nicely.
Cherry and grape, maybe.
Ooh, cherry and grape might go nicely. And then try to make like a gum cocktail out of it.
Yeah, you could do it with like Jelly Bellies, but that's kind of gross.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. But I would try to make a gum cocktail. That could be interesting.
Ooh, I want to change my mind on my favorite flavor.
Ooh, go for it.
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. That's a good job.
I remember
when
who
pink
made
lemonade
that?
came out.
Or are you talking about a flavor you would invent?
No,
No,
they
Bubble
had
Gum.
pink lemonade as a flavor.
Bubble Gum
I
had a pink
definitely
lemonade.
recommend this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when that came out. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. Still is a big deal.
Yeah, man.
Gum.
All right. What did we learn about gum? What did we learn about bubble gum? About disposal of bubble gum? What did we learn, Z-Man?
Millennials suck.
That's the lesson every time.
I think we should change the name of the show.
Millennials suck.
Millennials suck.
Millennials suck. They suck because some gum isn't available and because they take all of our shit and try to make it theirs again.
They're making fucking vegan artisanal
No,
gum.
artisanal fucking
Sorry, it's probably
gumballs.
chicle.
Oh, right,
Artisanal
yeah.
Chicle.
Chicles. No, fuck you. It's chiclets, you fucking douche. Ganthor, what'd you learn?
That some of us are stupider than others.
Yes. Yes, some of us are. Yes, I am stupider than most. What did I learn? That nothing changes, and I will always be put down during this podcast.
It's amazing you come back week after week.
Oh, I'm a glutton for punishment. So if you're a glutton for punishment or you enjoy chewing gum or blowing bubbles, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio, on Google Play, or on Apple Podcasts. Just search for 4 Listeners. It will pop right on up, and we'll remind you to give us a review, good or bad or indifferent. We don't care, but we'll read it right here on this podcast. And if you want to give us feedback on the Twitters, go right ahead at 4 Listeners. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Good job not screwing up the outro.
Well, thanks, buddy. You know, I try to do my best.
I'm trying to support you.
I appreciate it.
Bubblegum, bazooka, zooka, bubblegum, bazooka, zooka, bubblegum.